Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. In Monday Night Gaming we've been playing through our Witch Doctor quite a lot, and my wizard has been ever so slightly neglected, so we're going to be correcting that today. As you can see, I'm up to Paragon level 272. I've done a little bit of playing offline over the last couple of days. It's not really been anything of note, so I've not recorded and uploaded it. But we have upped the difficulty to Torment 6, and pretty much we are survivable at the moment. Our killing speed is a little bit erratic, but once we get in game, I will show you what our plan for that is. Okay, let's pop over to the stash. So up until now, we've been using Corrupted Ashbringer for a very, very long time. In fact, I need to repair that. Which is really, really good. It gives good burst damage, and the skeletons help for controlling mobs. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to switch over to an ancient The Barber and Firebird's Eye that we've had sat around for a while. Let's just store this in case we go back to it later. And that should make our damage a lot more consistent at 616,000 as opposed to, yeah, it will be about 10% off that. So probably 575-ish that it was before. Let's just double check that actually. 563, so it's even better than that. And this is going to make our killing speed just a little bit better across the board, and more consistent rather than reliant on the huge burst damage that you get when Ashbringer converts itself. An extra 5,205% weapon damage is huge. What we might do actually is we might cube this up. But that's going to be later on, that's going to be a decision for later. We still have an absolute ton of stuff that we need to get through and cube at some point, and we've got a spare puzzle ring for visiting the vault. So we're going to run some bounties today. We're going to pick up some materials. As you can see, I've run out of Act 1 ones, and we're going to see if we can clear this down a fair bit. The other thing that I've done is I've swapped over... which one was it? It was Broken Promises. I've swapped Broken Promises over for the Convention of Elements. It's not a perfect Convention of Elements. It's only 157%, so actually it's quite a bad one. But even that, when it pops up with fire down here, will give us a big boost to damage. Okay, now we've only just hopped the difficulty up to Torment 6, so this may be a little bit temperamental, but we're going to start over here in the cemetery. Put my magic weapon back on. Obviously changing your weapon get-up as soon as you actually take a weapon off, magic weapon vanishes because you don't have a weapon to make magical anymore. Latency is all good, don't want to be dying accidentally.
I am unstoppable.
I say all good, it's still a little bit laggy, so I'm going to have to keep my eyes on that. Oh, Septance, that's pretty good. Obviously we're always looking to upgrade our equipment further. At the moment we're looking for Chandotto's set, so that we can go back to doing our Archon build. I've been reading up on a bunch of different options for late game builds, and while not many of them use it, it is a very good consistent one, and I think that's going to allow us to master... Oh, Beer's trousers. Master the Firebird set dungeon without too much difficulty. It'll allow us to quickly hit the 3,000% weapon damage that things need to get set on fire. Oh, this lag is pretty bad. Okay, give me just a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop out of game and see if I can solve this very quickly. I'll be right back. And I'm back and I'm not dead. The joy of applications deciding that 6:30 is a brilliant time for them to start doing their stuff. No, it is not. 6:30 is the time when I'm going to be playing my games. Okay, that's far more reasonable and far more responsive. We're reaching the point where mobs are actually having enough health to get set on fire. So one of the good things about the Firebird set is it should scale up quite nicely as we go up the difficulty levels. We'll be able to set more things on fire, which will increase our damage overall, and yeah, it should be pretty good. Death Breaths are obviously going to be something that we want to be collecting. one of the best ways that we can get Chandotto set is going to Kadala with our blood shards, and the other option is using Kanai's cube. So the more death breaths we get, the more stuff we can cube up. And they have introduced an absolute ton more sources in this one. That's the Wizard's Offhand bit for those who are watching this as their first video. Just like this wonderful flaming sphere. But even then, the chances of getting it should be significantly higher than just as a random drop. Although I'm pretty happy that we found this set.
So good. I astound myself.
I don't think we've got the trousers yet. No, we definitely haven't, otherwise we wouldn't have picked up the transmog from them at the same time. Once we've mastered the Firebed set dungeon, I'll probably take a look at other potential builds for the other set dungeons and see what we can do. A lot of the complaints that I've seen about the set dungeons are that you need to like downscale your gear appropriately, otherwise you just run through it without any difficulties, or kill things before you can finish the objectives and stuff like that. But I don't think that's going to be a problem for us. And it'd be quite nice if we can this season master all 4 of the wizard dungeons. It's unlikely, but if we can, then that'll move me one step closer towards getting all of the set dungeons mastered and getting those lovely, lovely wings that are available. Okay, right, that's 2 bounties, sorry, 1 bounty done. Oh yeah, we still need to kill Galash. Where is... we just did Galash. I should pay attention. We've still got about 12 mobs left to kill. There we go, that's what I was expecting. It's a Paragon level up that distracted me. We're putting points into Vitality at the moment because extra life is extra survivability. Also, we've still got St. Archie's Gauge as our Kanai's Cube item, and 150% of my maximum life for 10 seconds. That's an additional 750,000 health just for, you know, encountering a blue mob. That's brilliant. Let's do this while we're here. Events always give better experience than just casually being out and about.
Take the hill, brothers. Don't let these dogs have it.
Yeah, don't let me have it. You didn't last very long. Is that it? Oh no, just one round there. Come on round. Perfect. Last round of the Ancients, all done.
They will not take us without a fight. We must hold them here while the keys to the Holy
Right,
Temple
as far as follower goes, I really need to sort out his equipment. So we'll probably take a little bit of time to do this. And I've given him a decent weapon, but he's got access to all skills rather than never dying. So periodically he's reaching the point where he gets very low on health. And even in boss fights, sometimes he sits down on the ground and has a little bit of a rest. So we're going to see if we can get that changed. Oh, look at this. Ancient poxfolds. Well, I might stick those in my stash.
I am returning to town.
I'm also keeping a nice selection of ancient items that we could use for the achievement that requires no set items at all. I'm putting them all in here. So we've got the Custarian Risk Guards because we love those. Ice Climbers, pretty good. Immunity to freeze and immobilize effects. They could be very useful for getting out of bind. The Dovu Energy Trap. And I'm probably going to swap that over actually because just yesterday we got an ancient Countess Julius cameo, an ancient Star of Azagranth, and an ancient Mara's Kaleidoscope. So we've got good options for what we might end up switching over to. In addition, we've also got Litany of the Undaunted that we've had sat waiting for a while. So if we ever get the Wailing Host, all of these will become useful for us. Let's have a look. That's not a particularly brilliant one, but it's alright. This is really nice. Arcane Torrent, Disintegrate, Ray of Frost, cast one of the other spenders that you've got selected at the moment. So if I just swap this over to demonstrate, it should put black holes out for me. It's only specific spells that work for it. if I just demonstrate by swapping Black Hole over for... let's do Meteor. No, Blizzard Apocalypse. This one will work, and you get it periodically popping up every second, so you can very easily turn the entire screen into doomy death at 1075% weapon damage. That's actually pretty nice. It's tempting to keep that on for a little bit, but I do like the Black Hole, especially with the spell steal. Let's put this back on. But it doesn't work with every single one, and that in itself is a little bit annoying, because there are some spells that would be quite nice to have it pop out. You do Meteor, it has the standard Meteor cooldown built into it, and if you select, which one is it, Star Pact, it doesn't actually drain the last of your arcane power. It still looks like Star Pact, but you don't get the bonus damage from it. So it's a little bit inconsistent in that kind of way. Anyway, we were going back to Black Hole and Spell Steal. That's exactly what we need. So this selection is coming along quite nicely. In fact, let's change this over right now. This can go over here for cubing, and we will put. This is a pretty perfect one actually. I mean, the intelligence can be rolled up, but the rest of the rolls are pretty darn good. And extra physical resistance, yeah. So this is going right in there, and that's going to prevent all arcane damage from us at some indeterminate point in the future. Okay, Veer's pants, they can come in here. Is that the first bit of... that is the first bit of Veer's set that we've got. Good going, good going. Alright, let's salvage what we've got and move on with the rest of the bounties. I could just prattle on for the entire evening, but that wouldn't get either me or you anywhere. That's not a destroyable door. Here we go. Cursed shrines somewhere on this level. Oh, I love it when they cluster together like this.
See that coming,
Gotta remember to use my Black Hole more though. Just like this. The other thing we're doing is we're obviously collecting all the gems for when we eventually get legendary gems to the point where we can start cubing them into other components. It's quite a long way to go before we do that. In fact, we've only got one of our gems up to rank 25 at the moment, which is the Golrock of Swiftness. Oh, that's the wrong way. We don't care about any of you, we just want that shrine.
I'm just warming up.
It's not too far away. It's going to be good to get Chandotto's set back. I miss being able to just walk around and explode at things.
Not ready yet.
Okay. Yep, we are not staying in there. As fun as it is having everyone shoot ranged stuff at me, no. Probably should have cleaned the area first, but I'm not really caring that much about the task itself.
Need more time.
Pull you all together, burn you at once. Pull you all together, burn you at once. Rinse and repeat. Rinse with fire. And it's pretty good damage that I've got going out here at the moment. Ah, what do you know? I will call that a complete success. Even if we did need to run away. We didn't trigger any extra lives, which is always good. Put Black Hole on these guys just to help them die a bit. Bzz, 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 bzz. There we go. 113 kills. Nice experience bonus. Alright, let's try and be a bit less reckless. Go kill the Skeleton King. Well, because we've put the difficulty up to Torment 6, We're obviously going to be getting more experience from this, so leveling up faster, and getting better drops. As already noted by the fact that we've had one set item and a unique already.
Your defenses are nothing.
Ooh. You look like a big chap. Now shielding. Once they're on fire, their health goes down so quickly. You can see down here when I actually manage to set someone on fire before they die. It gets a little Firebird's icon to represent that there's something flaming. And if you set an elite on, it gives you so many more stacks of it. Just to represent the fact that they're an elite, and it's worth more. Oh, nope. Arrow's bad. Stop with the arrows. There is a little bit of a bug in the game where you can have stacks not vanish after you've killed elites, which is really, really good for me, but it does kind of make the game a little bit cheap in some ways. But then again, given how fragile mages are half the time, it's probably not that bad a thing, actually. It means you can massively spike your way through rifts and punch above your weight way before you'd expect to be able to hit in those higher rifts. But it's not reliable, of course.
You dare attack me?
Alright, let's see how long this guy lasts when we set him on fire. Hey, Mr. Skeleton King, come on. Come on, pick up your bits. Quick, before the fire vanishes. Damn it, too late. Arcane. Frost. Oh, fire's back. Here we go. And... dead. I wasn't even aiming properly. Couple of gems, some money, all good stuff. Okay, let's go on to the final one, the Queen's Dessert. Oh. I dislike the caverns, so we'll probably be teleporting through most of this rather than fighting our way through. Actually, it looks like it's going to be dotted around the place rather than actually with the Queen, so that's probably quite good for us, actually. Ah, it's this one. Random things in the cocoons. Always good fun. Let me open it. Thank you. Ah, it's a dude. Bugger off.
How does that feel?
So yeah, I killed the elites before, but I've still got the 24 stacks of Firebird's Finery, which is why I'm now doing 68 million, 24 million, 230 million, and that will keep happening until I actually set another elite pack on fire. So this is just entered easy mode. Look at that, 50.1 million, and I wasn't even really attacking. My armor zaps things for 180 million. But as soon as you set these things actually on fire, it clears it down, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's the way the game's meant to be. I mean, you're not supposed to get that benefit full stop, so you can't really complain about it.
I'm just warming up.
I haven't figured out exactly why it happens yet, though. If it's something that I can figure out, then, you know, make it consistent and I'll announce it in a future video, but it's certainly not something that you can rely upon. You know, go into a rift about 7 levels higher than you'd expect and stack up the stacks ahead of time. It just doesn't work like that. Alright, kill these guys. Get some fire in there.
How does that feel?
And what have we got in the cocoon? Templar, if you'd be so kind just to keep that guy out the... Ooh, big things. That's what we've got in here. I'm going to set them all on fire, just like that. I think it's if you're... Well, it could be if you are setting something on fire as something else is dying, because it tends to happen with big clusters like that. So it's like it doesn't know whether to add it or remove it. And this one. Ooh. Treasure Goblin. Treasure Goblin is on fire. Treasure Goblin is going to die. I had a bandit shrine just yesterday, which is why I've got so many amulets in my stash at the moment. Absolutely love those things. As long as you're prepared for them, everything dies and you get a whole lot of drops. I think I got something like 56 death's breaths out of it. 56 death's breaths for 3 minutes work. Definitely worth it. You may have noticed a small swirly symbol appear on that spider just then as well. One of the other things I've done is, because I'm using all pieces of the Firebird's finery, I don't actually need the Ring of Royal Grandeur equipped at the moment. So I swap that out for Overwhelming Desire. So periodically, I charm an enemy, and if I charm an enemy, he takes another 35% damage. I don't know if it's additive or multiplicative, but either way, extra damage is good. I'm just coming down this way to clear this one, because I think coming back to it afterwards is going to be a pain. Kill you all, especially you, and you, and you.
You dare attack me?
Yeah, we are not staying in the middle of that, even with 822,000 shield. That's just... no. In fact, I don't know if it's actually realised that they've all died because it was that bad. That's really funny if that's the case. As you can still see... So, in fact, no, that's probably just ground, but it looks like the ring that you get on the bottom of the mobs. Ah, I could have come this way. All that way back for nothing. Oh well. Only one of these things left to go. Let's get it finished off, and let's move on to another.
I am so good, I astound myself.
So, in the final cocoon... is a dude. Well, that was anticlimactic. Head back to town, and we can sort out our inventory. May have also noticed that there was a whole rack of Hellfire Amulets. So before, we'd been running for all the materials, and we queued up enough to make 5 of them. Unfortunately, Prodigy, not what we wanted. Glass Cannon, not what we wanted. Audacity, not what we wanted. Cold-Blooded, we've already got one of those. And the Illusionist, not what we wanted. So we still haven't got any of these. If we get any of these, then I'll be very, very happy. What's the other one we'd probably move on to? I suppose we might do Audacity. In fact, we probably will do Audacity when we get Chandotto's stuff, so I could put that on right now. Unfortunately, it does cold skills deal more damage, which is frustrating. We could, of course, re-roll that until we got fire skills, but just from the critical hit damage, we're losing 93%. So, yeah, it's painful. The glass cannon one, what would that give us? 15%, but 10% armor and resistance is off. Prodigy is just not worth it with this particular setup at all. And obviously we've got Cold-Blooded at the moment, which is potentially quite nice if we're actually freezing stuff. One of the final builds that I saw that I was entertaining actually has it set up so you're constantly going around doing Frost Nova on things. So that could potentially work as a late game build. 3 Conjuring Rooms and a unique base. Pretty good, pretty good. It's going to be the Mad Monarch Scepter. Yeah, not bad at all, not bad at all. It's going in our cube pile. There we go. And we've got enough materials to do 3 of these. So let's do that now, actually. In fact, let me just tidy up my inventory first, and then we'll clear some of them out. There we go, much better. So we'll have 3 of these, 3 of these, 3 of these, etc, etc. Wait, we want all of those. Thank you. And 15 of these. So, what is going to be most useful to us? I think it's a tough call. What I want is I want these to be cubed, but I also want them that I can just pick them up and use them. So we're not going to do those just yet. Avarice Band is a good one to do. Broken Promises would also work. Word Ward. Mostly I'm looking at the rings and things, for want of a better way of putting it. Because at the moment there's only 2 options that I've got. Okay, I think we're going to go for the Dovu Energy Trap. Broken Promises and Weird Ward. And that's a pretty good selection. I'm quite happy with that. Alright, let's put them in the cube. First one up.
Not your worst idea. Not quite.
I understand.
Second one up. So we're getting through these achievements. And final one up. And now we've got some more choices. Okay, so we don't do critical hits that much, so that's not really worth it. I don't think we're stunning anything at the moment, no, because we're using... Oh yeah, this increases the potency of shield. In fact, it says it increases the potency of your shields by 93%, but it didn't look like it did. So the next time we hit a blue or yellow mob, we're going to have to check that. Ring of Raw Grandeur, obviously. Lightning damage if we did lightning... Well, we do lightning damage. In fact, this actually gives me an idea. Let's have a look at our Storm Armor. So Storm Armor, Reactive Armor, shocked, reduces cost of everything, periodically shocks things. Nothing there stuns. Okay, Energy Armor. Force Armor itself is kind of awesome, but no. That also, nothing there stuns. And these freeze rather than stunning. Which is a shame. What I was hoping was that there would be something on here that would allow us to hit and stun mobs. Let's just double check what... yeah, lightning spells have 15% chance to stun. And then we could... I suppose we could use paralysis as... no. I was thinking the Haunt of Vaxo would be kind of useful because having mirror me's going around is always fun. We will do that at some point, especially when we switch over for... Let me just pull it up. The Harness of Truth. Delce's Magnum Opus set. Because this... It's going to be relying on us using slow time a lot. And all the mirror images that you put out also use slow time. So we'll have mirror image down here and we'll be doing Haunt of Vaxo. And there'll be like 20 of me going around putting these little bubbles up everywhere. Okay. That was actually pretty easy. I didn't feel in danger at all. Even that one point when my health dropped. So what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly run a regular rift. Just so I can... check what happens to my shield, and once we've done that I'm going to up the difficulty, I think.
I wish you luck.
Okay guys, hit me just a little bit, just once. Shield 603, no, so my braces do absolutely nothing for my shields at the moment, which is good to... Hello, set shoulders. This is really good to know because it means I can swap my braces out for something that actually do, well, any benefits. It might be that if I had both of them actually on, like St. Archer's Gauge and the braces, then the two together would make a difference. But as it is, it's
I need healing.
maybe I won't up the difficulty. No, I'm pretty sure that that I can handle this.
I am so good. I astound myself.
Mostly it's the ranged attacks that cause me difficulties, but once I've set stuff on fire, I don't need to worry about any of it. And as you can see, I've once again got a stack of Firebird's finery from the blue mobs. For a moment, I thought there was nothing in this one, and that means that everything I'm hitting is just dying so quickly. Yeah.
Not ready yet.
So this is manageable, but definitely won't be rifting at higher difficulties, because as you can see, the amount of pop that my health takes. I think if I did have an extra ability, it wouldn't be Audacity. I'd probably take Blur. In fact, if I got a Blur Hellfire Amulet, then I'd be quite happy about that. Still, I can keep putting my vitality up, and that'll make a big difference overall. Ooh. Back off just a little bit. Get these guys cooking. And we're not going to stay in the middle of that. No, siree. Just watch them burn and die off screen. The only downside is not being able to see the same distance in all directions. You've got like a 30-yard range with this. At least I think it's 30-yard range. And you can only see like 10 yards going down. Whereas all the mobs can see you and obliterate you. And it's, can't go that way. Onwards we go. Also a bit of a surprise the black hole doesn't pull enemy projectiles into it.
How does that feel?
That would have been nice to see. Set a cat on fire. And burn through these guys before they come around a corner and actually get line of sight on me. After I've done this rift, what I'll probably do is I'll probably pop and see if I can find the keywarden for Act 1. Because Act 1 is the one that I'm missing at the moment, and then I would have enough keys to hop in and get all the materials for another Hellfire Amulet. So it's covering multiple options if I do that. At least it's preparing for the future. There we go, get you all together, set you on fire. Oh, if that's Chandotto's, I'm going to be so happy. Back off, guys. I just need to have a quick look at this. I think it is. I already think it is. Oh my god! Okay. Halfway towards awesomeness. Even just swapping this over is going to... and it's going to reduce my toughness massively, as you can see. But I can re-roll reduces all resource costs into vitality. And that'll certainly help. In theory, I'll be doing less damage because it won't be increasing fire skills damage. But at the same time, I'll be able to, when I eventually switch over to it, I'll be queuing up those waves of destruction, and that will end up doing more damage overall. So this is turning out to be a very good day so far. definitely glad I didn't put the difficulty up just yet. Pop onto level 2 of this rift.
Your grave awaits. Your spirit is free now, angel.
Kind of interesting. The more damage I do, the fewer things that get set on fire, so the slower my killing speed for groups can end up being. It'll be very interesting to see how the later rift levels play. Nope, we are out of here. No way, no how. Go away. I just love the concept of, you know, setting everything on fire and letting it burn itself to death. Very therapeutic.
Not ready yet.
Everything dead? Good. Alright, kill this guy. And now we can loot the room, so to speak. May as well check the chest. I mean, this rift so far has been quite generous to us. So don't want to leave any immediately obvious options unexplored. A little bit of overkill. Using a black hole on just one skeleton, but at the same time, those skeletons can be tricksy. Okay. Periodically glancing up the map to see which way the cave expands, because I mean, this thing is like fog of war extreme. Teleport straight into a wall. Nice and competent like that.
How does that feel?
It feels good. All the burning. Who doesn't like being on fire? Even without the braces helping on my level of shield, it's still a decent amount of shielding that I get. So very happy with St. Arju's Gauge existing, although it is a bit of a shame that it's not then doubled on top, because...
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Well, yeah. Let's see. That would be 1.6 million as a shield on top of my regular health of 500,000. I'd be running bigger rift than this. I'd also be constantly... in fact, no, I'd probably be wearing Nemesis braces. Just so that there'd be a constant stream of yellow mobs and blue mobs at shrines and pylons. Doing pretty well at resource management at the moment as well. Because the Goggle of Swiftness is giving me cooldown reduction, I am popping more black holes. But I'm trying to make sure that the arcane power stays high, and that's mostly where I'm putting my paragon points at the moment, I think. I need to double check that. But we haven't actually found a Syndicate at all this season, I don't think. Certainly we've not used it, because once we got St. Arju's Gauge, it was just that for the survivability as the object of choice, so to speak. And I think it probably will be quite a while. Eee, there's a lot of these mobs. Not that I mind. Death breaths are always welcome. Hello. Alright.
Still waiting.
Let's set you on fire. There you go. And now we can just... Ooh, jeez. Now we can just be careful. For a little bit. Greater of Keystone. And that burned straight through my shield. Admittedly, I wasn't particularly careful with that as a run.
I am returning to town.
But, geez, yeah. Firebird set shoulders and Chandotto's force. I'm very, very happy with that. Let's close the rift off. Where's our...
Impressive.
Let's identify these, see if they're better than what I'm currently wearing. They're pretty similar. They're slightly better because of the extra experience, because of the extra black hole damage, and because of the slight resource cost reduction increase, and slightly more toughness. We just don't quite get the same health globes and potions, which, if I'm honest, we don't really care that much about. So this can be salvaged. This is going in here. This is definitely going in here. Okay. Oh, I'm very excited about that. We'll choose to re-roll it when we actually get to the point where we've got the wand as well. Let's salvage up what we have, and then we'll go and kill that keywarden. Not bad, not bad. In fact, Kadala. One-handed weapons are a very inefficient way of doing this, but... well, it's a wand at least. In fact, do we have 25 death breaths? We do. Alright. Let's give it a go. So we need 25 of those and that, and then 50 of each of these, I think. I can go back in there. Let's see what we get.
I'm not as bad as I look. Really. Stop walking away.
It is... that's interesting. It's not what we wanted, but this is still pretty damn awesome. Especially if I was to combine it with this set, because this works with Arcane Orb, this works with Arcane Orb. So this is going in here for later. In fact, that does slightly more damage than my current thing. It'd be tempting to use it right now, except obviously I'm not using Arcane Orb, so slightly wasted stats. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Let's go and kill this keywarden very quickly. Now, he's going to be around here somewhere, so as soon as we see something on the map, we can make motions to... there he is. Burn a couple of things on the way.
Not ready yet.
Jeez. Watch out for things that throw spears. I can't wait until I'm exploding at everything. Then you really don't need to worry so much. You just move through an area and you just dodge ever so slightly side to side and everything dies. And just by naturally moving, everything dies a bit more. Also, with ranged enemies, I kind of feel like I have to take them on left to right or right to left so that I get the maximum amount of notice for them throwing stuff at me. If they're coming from below, you don't see the spear until it's on top of you. Or above. Alright, we are nearly at him. Make sure the area is nice and clear. Whew. And 3, 2... there he is. Well, he nearly burned through my shield with just one hit.
Still waiting.
It did not last long though, and Infernal Machine of Regret. That's exactly what we needed. Okay, well, back to town we go. Let's gather up our bits and bobs. And I think that will probably do for this episode. So, we've got enough to pop in and get one of each of these. We've got a Heart of Fright already, so we don't need to worry about that. Now let's just separate that out. Yeah, we're in a pretty good place. Alright, join me next time for more Diablo 3. I'll see you soon.